Hello and welcome to Lord Fat Gaming Plays Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. I'm your host Lord Fat. In this very special first look at this Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition module, we're going to look at Penultima. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Do not forget to hit the notification bell so be update and much more. As for the release of Penultima, that was released on 7/8 of 2002, in other words, July 8th. So anyways, let me tell about my history of it, also the module's history. The module, when it was originally out, it was with the Neverwinter Nights original tool set, so no Shells of Iron Time, henchmen, or anything special like that. No double henchmen in the party too, unfortunately. Very fortunate though is the humor. This module is really funny. Some people might not get the humor today because it was around the early O's, so if you know the humor back then, you'll really enjoy it. If not, this is a good module to play. This one is very challenging. At the time, it was mainly designed for multiplayer. You could go through it through single player if you really know what you're doing. There's even a very nice arena so you could grind in it. That's in the episode 0, they call it, or Penultima City. Now there's a total of 5 module episodes and 1 hub. The hub you'll always want to start at and you always get sent back to it. And there are like level requirements that are kind of soft. In other words, if you're not the level, the enemies will definitely scale for you. I'm going to go ahead and go through each of the module levels briefly. If I rush through any of the text or anything like that, I'm getting to the important stuff. So let's go ahead and enter Penultima City, which is module 0. We're at module 0, which is Penultima City. Great news, you can go in at any level with any of your characters or make a new one like I did. I did not show the character creation at all because that's just basic Neverwinter Nights one. When you're first starting out, especially for low level, read the README sign. This will tell you this part of the module is a safe area for multiplayer. Also, you can use it as an area to interact with your friends if you're playing multiplayer, especially back in the day. Now, the humor of this module is really there. Like, for example, we're talking to the gate guard, and we're going to go ahead and annoy the heck out of him. You know, I said I like swords. This Barbarian I created is using a great axe. I'll explain about item drops in certain parts of the module, but for now, just enjoy the humor of it before we actually pick the place where we're going to level up. Yes, there's a place you automatically level up. You do not level up when you start out. Instead, you have to go to a location. So you go past the gate guard you just annoyed. Just keep on going. And there will be a very special building we're definitely about to enter. We're almost there. Now, please note the map will reset itself every time you come back to a module, aka P0. There's the building we're going in. Now we're inside the place where we are going to level up. This is very different. And yeah, do check out the students for fun. Now you see the guy in the middle of the room. That's who you talk to. He's very tough, yet you could go through some funny dialogue options with them still. You give the option to level up. Now please note, when you talk to him when you level up, it is up to level 4. That's very important to know. Yeah, see the choices you have. Number 3 is just a funny one, and if you've been gaming back in the day, you know which game he's definitely talking about. If not, just ask in the comment section, and I'll tell everybody when that said game was released. Yeah, see, he didn't like that response, so I just gave him. Anyways, we're going to get out of the conversation, go back in, and you can also say they look sort of mauled. Which, by the way, he's saying some funny things. I'm done with those pansy attacks. Yeah, that's what he's basically saying, but still, let's go ahead and level up. So you go ahead and train with them. Now, this is a very unique training, different than the others. In other modules, sometimes you instantly level up, like I said before, or after you talk to him. So we're going to go ahead and attack him. Yeah, he's basically saying, hit him as hard as you possibly can. I have my fist because you are basically starting with bare weapons. Now, good news is when you do level up with him, not only you get your levels, you also get some starter fun, which is actually very neat. And yeah, he's already saying, yeah, just talk to me. You get leveled up. Now we did that. We're going to just wait a bit and you're going to level up to 4. We're going to only level up to 1 level just to show you on how it works. And let's go ahead and pick the correct option. There you go. And when he says you're new, and then he gets lazy. Not only you acquire the gold, like I said before, you also acquire 7k experience points. In my case, it was enough for level 4. Now results may vary depending on how much multi-class you did or how much single class you're doing. So we're going to go ahead and just level up one level. I will put in the description my Barbarian build with a little bit of modification. I'll tell everybody what I did in the modifications. So I'm going to level up one level, and then I'll be back and show you the tour of the shops. Yes, there are shops in this hub you definitely want to go to. It's very important to know them all. And let me go ahead and finish leveling up. And I'm going to do dodge since I'm going towards a weapon master also. I'm going to be right back. A few more things about this module. You could play any class. Some will have difficulty since it has some multiplayer aspects to it. If you could get through combat, you could definitely get through this module. Now, the cap for leveling up is 4 basically. And after you get that experience point, Max here will not help you out anymore. He'll just send you off somewhere else. In other words, you go shopping or you go straight into the guild hall. We're going to go shopping to Tia Exotics. Yeah, this shop has weapons and armor. We're going to go through it. I'm going to go through the dialogue real quick just to show you what is exactly sold. And this is Tia herself. She tells you what is sold there. And she'll give you the places where you need to go. Yes, it looks like it's like a bedroom. Still, just ignore that. It's just there for humor. And this is the first one. She will definitely sell you some weapons. And there are +1. That's the only gripe I have about this module. At times it's usually +1, sometimes +2 weapons. And it's not all equal. Yeah, so you're going to have a hard time looking for specific ones. Like, for example, Great Axe +2 I want it. Instead, I have to sell for +1. Still, if you're going to buy weapons, go ahead and get the generic Great Axe or generic weapon for now. You'll definitely get a +1 in the first module. Now, this one here she sells is a variety of armor. They're pretty decent. A little bit skimped on the medium-sized ones, but oh well. Still, if you're light or I should say heavy, you're fine medium, you'll have to probably look for something else or somewhere else to buy it. Still, it's a place to get some armor. Last but not least is Old Faith here. She sells you some ranged weapons. So if you're more in the range, like for example bow and arrows, or if you're a halfling slinger, this is the place to buy it. And that's it for the weapon and armor shop. They don't sell anything else, so keep that in mind. The next shop we're going to is Grandma's shop. She is a barbarian. She sells not only certain weapon and armor, she does sell some good things, including bags of holding. So if you want to get some nice bag of holding as you venture through the module parts, well, this is the perfect place to buy. So we're going to go ahead and talk to her a bit. I'm going to see if I could get to the shop. She sells some custom armor, which is Grandma's armor. Not bad at all. She sells a regular Great Axe. She also sells a nice +1 Great Axe that's better than Tia's. I'm going to go ahead and buy the Great Axe for now normal. There you go. Let's see if there's any more armor I could get. I might have to go off screen and get the rest. And I'm going to try to show you what else is there besides the belts. Yeah, there's some nice belts she does sell too. And rings. There's some potions. That's good. The rings. And there's your bag of holding. If you have over 2,200 pieces of gold, you're in the right place. Now, the next shop I am showing you all is the Arcane shop. This is the number 3. There's 4. There's the 4th one too. We'll get to that in a bit. Now, this Arcane shop, he looks like an untrustworthy person. Yeah, untrustworthy bastard. He sells you scrolls. If you're a caster, you definitely got it. Also, summoning wands too. I played a sorcerer as a test run. It was fun. The temple was nothing, so we're going to the coffee shop. Yes, the coffee shop. And they did get rid of the tavern wenches there. You'll, if you really got into the dialogue of the story, yeah, it'll tell you definitely why. This is a social hub place mainly to meet up in the module if you're playing multiplayer or with your friends, aka LAN party. So if you try to say ale, she says, no, they don't serve it. They only serve coffee. This is like a Starbucks, but in Neverwinter Nights. See, there's a cappuccino. You get haste. There's coffee. You get cure light wounds. A little bit expensive, a little bit cheap at times if you want to go that route. And that's about it. Now for the next section of the video, I'll show you the place on where to level up and how to start the actual module adventures. Now for the next part is the arena. I'll tell you all how that works exactly. Now since you're in Penultima City, The death penalty system is bye-bye, so don't panic at all if you're going to die. Now, what I'm showing off is what I did get my character, thanks to Tia's eyes, and of course the grandma shop. So this will tell you on how to start it. Very simple, just talk to the dragon. I'm going to speed through the dialogue, so this way we get to the arena. Now, the rules of the arena is simple. You need to do is get through each room, so you defeat an enemy in a room, you move on to the next one. There is usually a one-on-one match, and it gets progressively harder. Now, every 4 rooms, you get some loot. You complete all the rooms, that is it. Now, the downside of all this stuff is it's only done once. So once you loot the contents, for example, in room 4, it will not be there for a respawn if you experience grinding. I'll tell everybody on how to game the system when we actually start the match. So simply talk to the dragon, do what I'm doing, and go in there and kick some butt. Now, the first foe we're facing is a bugbear. So how is this how you want to game the system exactly? If you're probably say is around level 4 or 5, you're going to have a tough time against opponent 4. If you defeat opponent 4, loot up the contents and exit. Then, of course, go to the Guild of Middlemen, aka the Guild Hall. Select the first module. Then exit the first module via the ferry. I'll explain more about the ferry on how it ports you back to Penultima City. And then you come back here and you do it again. And that's how you get unlimited money and experience points. Great way to get to the lower requirements or upper requirements of each of the module stories. So the first one was easy, Bugbear. This one is a Goblin Shaman. It loves to cast a lot of invisibility spells, and it's a very annoying one if you're a low level. Higher levels, you'll one-shot it, especially if you're a sorcerer. As for my sorcerer I did a test run on, the same one I did the pure sorcerer build, I actually got through room 6 at level 4 before I got mauled. This character, I got to 4. Yeah, you'll see why. So Shaman's defeated. Next one I call a break one is a Goblin Elite. Now, it's 10 seconds before the door opens. Sometimes foes will bum rush you. If it's buggy, then make sure you use the same method. Use the blue portal to get out. Save your game, then go into the Guild Hall. Select the first module, exit, and come back to the city, and it'll all be cleared again. This is how it also gets rid of the bugs. Goblin Elite's not bad. Now, the next one, if you're, I say, probably level 4 or 5, you're going to have a difficult time. Unless your character is really well built, then you'll be able to defeat a troll. Now, once you defeat the troll, you could safely, I do mean safely, loot the contents in the room, which is the first of the 4 rooms you get to loot some stuff up, which is really nice. Now, fortunately, because of Barbarian Rage, the extra hit points, I die by it. Once again, I will repeat this. This area counts as Penultima 0, or I should say Penultima City experience points. No loss, no harm, no foul. However, there is a huge downside. Let me go ahead and explain. When you respawn, you will not respawn where you're at your spot. Instead, you respawn out of the arena. Those are rules, so definitely want to be careful if you want to go through the matches. And if you die, it's alright. But still, it's just here for experience points, number 1. And number 2, optional loot. The first loot will always have diamonds, which is a very good thing, everyone. Because they sell for 1,300 gold. And there's no merchant skill anyways, or appraisal. So that's very nice. Thanks to the fact that appraisal was in one of the expansion packs. So next up is the Guild Hall, or Guild of Middlemen. This place is where you get to select your modules from 1 to 5 Penultima. You want to do them all in order to get the story and also progress too. We're going to go ahead and start one of the modules. Please note this module's for the PC unless someone ported to either consoles or mobile devices somehow. I'm just laying that out now. So you talk to Bernie here, and he has 5 jobs, aka the 5 modules you want to be in. I mentioned definitely do them in order, and also this is the way to also reset Penultima City if you're doing the arena tricks. So we're saying bring it on. I'm going to go ahead and select Pest Control. That is the first module we're going to go over. There'll be 2 things I'll go over in this module, what this whole module is all about, combat, and more, plus its own teleport ferry. That'll teleport back to the Penultima City, aka P0, or aka the hub. Now, this is the rules before you play. So you definitely want to read them if you're first time doing so. So what I'm going to do right now is go into the parts of the first module and speak about some of the things in it. Now, as with every module, you do play from 1 to 5. This is the magical plot fairy. This plot fairy will take you back to Penultima City, aka Hub Zero. If you're using the arena trick, go ahead and use it. If you have difficulty with combat and you need to go to arena, go ahead and do so. Or if you definitely finish up the module, it'll point you to the magical plot fairy. Use it to always teleport back to Penultima City if you complete a module you're in or not. So let's go ahead and talk about Pest Control next. The first module for Penultima is Pest Control. This is a basic hack and slash, no henchmen at all. Good news is this is one simple one. You're facing goblin-like foes and bugbears. Not too hard. Now, please note, I'm going to mention this right now. If you're not playing the most current version of Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition, there's a lava area. It could lock the game up and you could crash. Happened to me a few times over a year ago when I was playing as my sorcerer for a test run for fun. Other than that, loot is alright. There is a Easter egg you could go ahead and loot. I have not found any other since this one. There's some also custom items too. One of them, unless you use a certain weapon, yeah, it sells for a great amount of money. The humor's there definitely. As for level, I believe if my notes say correctly, Pest Control is level 3 to 6. So if you just level up to 4, that is fine. If you're not, of course, level 3 to 6, the module will adjust up nicely for you. So if you're higher than that, yeah, most likely you're going to be taking full advantage of this area and things will go your way 100% the higher level you are. Other than that, this one's very fun. As for length, you could get it complete from a half hour to 1 hour. So let's go ahead and talk about the next module, which is my notes say it's Dewey's Decimal. Next up is part 2, Dewey's Decimal. You're basically at a university and you need to solve some problems at said university. Now this is more a progression module, still some hack and slash elements. Now here's the thing about side quests, there's exactly 2 of them. You have one automatically on you. You need to visit the administration building and speak to the dean, and that will complete that side quest. The other one you need to find somewhere in the Great Library, and that is just talking to certain people to get them to do something for you. I'm not spoiling on how to complete it, but still it is fun to do. That's what you need to look out for. After you speak with Dewey, he gives you a task to go to certain sections of the library. Yeah, you see, this is the progression part. As for enemies, they vary from undead to elementals to imps and more, so you need to be careful. As for the boss, don't panic at all. Just say you get some assistance. I'll leave it at that. And those are the 4 lights I'm going through, and I have to go through the apply magic section. So there, this is Library Guardian. You get into trouble, you can run to that at any time. As for difficulty, this module and level range is 5 through 10. If you got to level 5 from Pest Control, you should have no problem. If you're way over the level, it says it scales. However, I tested it out. You kind of have an advantage, which is really good. If you're under 5, it's doable, but you'll be setting yourself up for a nice challenge. You definitely want to loot everything like crazy. Now, there are some items that you could get if you're not going to use them. That's great to sell when you get to Penultima City. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about one more thing, is the lava. There's a lot of lava in the area, as you've seen. It could get very buggy if you don't have the latest Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition patch. On original game, it's fine, so you don't have to worry about that. Otherwise, definitely enjoy this module. When we're going to go ahead and go to the next part of the video, which is Hazard Pay. The next module, aka Module 3, is Hazard Pay. So the story of Hazard Pay goes, you have to retrieve a certain object from a very dangerous forest. You'll definitely see it throughout the module. First of all, the length of the module, I'm going to explain. I forgot to do actually for Module 2, since they are actually the same length as 1 hour to hour and a half. The level for this module is 6 through 15. If you have any problems with leveling, go ahead and do the arena. If you're over, yeah, you're gonna dominate, especially if you're over level 20. So here's the deal about the foes in the module. You'll be facing orcs, special kind of foes, undead too. Now there's a puzzle element in it which is really nice. And yeah, I like the puzzle though. One of them has a certain stat check, and there's also one for casters and pure melee people, if you love to melee. Now, I'm going to give everybody a tip. You need to bring some gold. If not, do the arena trick. Let me go ahead and remind everybody once again about the arena trick for those of you who didn't pay attention or decide to come to this part of the video. That's very simple. You're in Penultima City, aka Module 0. Do the arena, the first 4 matches. Once you defeat the troll, loot what's inside the box. Usually there's a diamond and other loot. After you do that, then go straight to the guild hall and select, for example, Pest Control to start a module. This will leave you from Module 0 to one of the modules you did. When you arrive in said module, like for example I did was Pest Control, look for the magical plot fairy to teleport you back into Penultima City. There, the arena will be resetted, and you can do it all over again until you have enough gold. Now, there's special tile that you'll definitely notice. Traps, watch out for. And start bringing lesser restoration potions and healing kits too. Otherwise, yeah, things will get all difficult and much more. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Module 4, Clucking Hostel. The next module on the list is Module 4, Clucking Hostel. So, object of this module is going to a processing plant to retrieve a certain scroll. You have to pay attention to the story in order to know that. As for level and difficulty, level is 7 through 16. Difficulty can be really up there due to the fact some foes have some nasty tricks. At this point, you should have a whole bunch of healing kits, some lesser restoration potions, a whole bunch of healing potions too. Enemy variety is evil humanoids, and yes, barn animals, chickens and cows. They're not your normal chicken and cows. No, they do devastating stuff. Now, if you did keep a certain item from Module 3 from towards the end of it, it will be very useful. In fact, there is one spray that will help you out big time. Now, you arcane casters know what I'm talking about, but still this spray will actually daze foes so you could get away and split them up. Yeah, they can be very cheap in this module. Loot is actually pretty good. The story is really fun. This is a straight hack and slash. As for length, I decided to save this for last. It can be from 1.5 to 2 hours, so this one will be a long one. Now, we're going to go ahead and talk about the final module, which is Module 5, Home Sweet Home. The next and final module on the list is Module 5, Home Sweet Home. This module level length is 9 to 15. The story about that is you're going to try to save the world. That's correct. After all the events from 1 through 4, you're going to have to become a hero in this module series. Also, the length of it is 2 to 3 hours. This is straight up hack and slash. As for difficulty spike, it is really up there. It's the most difficult, besides being the most longest. Enemy variety, there's elves you're facing. Some of them are very cheap casters. Look out for the raiders. They can really devastate you, so do be careful. Minotaurs, ogres, undead, and a whole bunch of other surprise foes. Definitely save often and early in this module. Rest up when you can. Now, there's some items that are okay at best. Now, there are 2 side quests you definitely want to do. It's linking to Penultima Reroll. That's the next set of 5 modules from the same author. Other than that, this one was really fun. It had a great story in it and well worth doing. So I'm going to go ahead and give my final thoughts about the Penultima series, and here we go. Here's my pros and cons of this module. Let's start out with the cons first. It could get very buggy at times. Sometimes a bug happens, especially during the arena. And if you're playing the older version of Neverwinter 9th Edition, lava can make you crash. Enemies can be cheap at times. This is more designed for multiplayer. So yeah, if you're a new player, you're going to have a tough time with this module. Now, as for the pros, some of the items, they're really funny. The humor is really there. This is a mostly hack and slash module, so you have a good time doing so. I enjoyed the story. It was really great. Other than that, I probably advise people to play this if you have Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition PC. Now, if for some reason you jailbreak a console or a tablet device or mobile device and you have access to this module, go ahead and play it. This is really fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I came back to it after almost 20 years. Well, actually, exactly, I think it was 19 years or so. Well, everyone, this is it for my Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition Penultima first look. This is Lord Fent signing off. Thanks for watching and have a great day or night. Please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more Neverwinter Nights or Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition builds, walkthroughs, guides, and more videos just like this. If you love what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left-hand corner or YouTube suggestion on the bottom left-hand corner. Have a great day or night and do roll a 20.